incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so parade.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL on this fine afternoon brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Baltimore Ravens. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go. 10 logo.
Get that ball, Dean. Let's get that ball.
Shoot.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Off play action. Herbert. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Herbert is going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Check ring 90. Round 80. 45. We won't dance. Cluster.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 5 now. Rivers. Open man is Samuel. Complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
180, block 15.
Check the backer.
White, 89.
From the gun, Rivers. Looking deep for Hilton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From the gun, Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And the catch made by Johnson. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you... Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Ready. 90, Wolf.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
5.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cardinals push further out in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Switch it.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Rivers on the money, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Rivers now from the 50. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Hey, Delta!
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rivers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Christian McCaffrey, last year's catch leader among running backs, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll throw again. Rivers. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 37.
This is something that we expected to see. McCaffrey used out of the backfield. 107 catches in 2018, the most in one season by an NFL running back.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And that one is knocked down, but I don't think it's going to matter. The defense looked like they jumped. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Black 11!
50, check Mike's 50. Hey. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
That's correct.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Pass incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rivers to throw it. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And that'll bring up 4th down. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Gurley. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. 2nd and 4. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Herbert being hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. Now, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
Check 24, check 24. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
Hey, Alpha. Wait, 89.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. He's got it to Hilton. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
They need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad. Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Delta!
To throw again. Rivers looking deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he's got his man Hilton. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 30. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. Rivers now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this 1st half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert flush to his right, and that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Nowhere to his escape, and he goes down. Connor Barwin. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On first down, this is McCaffrey. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 36, Rivers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing Rivers. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give him 17 on that pickup. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more on that one and another first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with McCaffrey, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal. At the
380! Juice!
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Protein spill.
Looking to throw. Herbert. He'll rifle this one deep right into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A good pick up there of 20 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead down to 3 at 13-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Let's go now. 10-2 stop.
Right there.
What we got? What we got? Hey, Charlie. Let's shoot.
Off the play fake. Herbert. That ball complete to Isabella. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, 76 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Brad McDougal. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert, complete. It's Johnson.
They'll
try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Off play action. Herbert. He finds his man Johnson. He spins free. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up second down. Before this season started, Johnson said this new offensive system would allow him to really be effective in the passing game. He actually likened it to 2016 when he had almost 900 receiving yards. He said one of his goals is to become the 3rd player in league history to hit 1,000 yards rushing and receiving in the same season. And he also noted that he's really comfortable in this scheme. It's like his days, his college days at Northern Iowa when he was part of a team that based out of a shotgun with a running quarterback. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. The Cardinals worst in the NFL, 6 of 16 on 4th down last year, but they'll try it here. Back now in Baltimore as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. This one caught by Isabella. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard. Off the play fake. Herbert. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the play. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll buy some time right. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
As many games as the two of us do, I would hope that one day we'll be able to solve this riddle. Why is it on a hot day that one team has more trouble with the heat than another, and especially when you can't stop a guy running the ball?
You know it's September, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Uchenna Nwosu able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. John Brown, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Set, 180.
51, Mike, 51. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
On 2nd and 15 now. Rivers. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Trying to lay one up deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Gurley with a little bit of an opening there as he's able to get 5 on 1st down. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Gets this to Isabella on the jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. To throw on 3rd down. Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Rivers. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. Now here's Rivers. He'll bring his guys up, and they'll go for the 2-point conversion. Again, it's Rivers. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? It just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Check safety, check safety.
Check now.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. John Brown. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're